The purpose of this video is to present for review to the Architectural Committee a solution that I found for my problem in the front of my house on lot 316. You're looking at the bottom of a rain chain where it goes into a bucket. That bucket has a hole in the bottom of it with a screen, and there you can see a pipe coming out of the cement. That pipe marries up with a T under the bush. It comes from another, I have another one of these on the other side of the house. Right here, it's a rain chain and a gutter system. I have it set up the same way as I had it set up before over there. I've got three plates of cement, 2 circles, and then the third one on top with a pot sitting on it. Like I said, the pot collects water. It runs through that blue tube over to a T over there. And it was raining pretty good a few minutes ago. And this is only temporary. This white pipe is only temporary to show that it works. It stopped raining. It's just barely raining right now, so we don't have a lot of water coming out. But it was working, and I was able to get the water away from the house. Now I'll look at the house and I'll show you what we're doing. That corner up there by the front door, where that small roof, water comes out of there. That's why I have, if I zoom in, let me zoom in. This is a gutter, a short piece of gutter that was suggested to me by the gutter installer to fix this corner. If you look down to where the bucket is sitting, during heavy rains, the water collects in that corner. And because the house was built 3 inches below where it should have been as far as topographical elevation, which affects the grading and the runoff to the street, I have to do this. So I found this as a solution, and I'm going to present this video to the Architectural Committee for review, and I'd like to have it approved, and this video will be my application. I'll send you a Yahoo mail with this attached to it, this video, and if you want I'll send you a written, but I have to get this done. If you approve what I have here, I'll take and add another bush right here so you won't see this pot from the street. Also, I'll bury this pipe and extend it almost to the street so it won't be seen. The only reason it's there now is because of these winter storms that they predicted last week that we were going to get. I wanted to see if I could make it work. And the thing works, and we're not collecting water anymore over in this corner where that one is sitting. That was a terrible spot for water, and I'm trying to get water away from here. You have to understand that between these 2 houses, this is the air conditioning unit. I'm going to go there and turn around. You got to understand that this strip of land right here between these 2 houses has been compromised. The elevation was compromised. The house on the right is 2 inches lower than the design spec of the civil engineer. The one on the left, where the gutter chain is you're looking at, that's 3 inches below what the engineer designed for the elevation. So that means I lost 3 inches of getting proper drainage to the street. That's why the water pools both here between the 2 houses and especially over there. And when we have a strong rainstorm, I get a puddle right there. The street is out there. I lost 3 inches in grading when they built the house, intentionally, lowering it 3 inches. So, in other words, to get the water to the street, I had to come up with this system. Now, I'm asking the architectural committee to approve this system. If they approve it, I'll put bushes around these. They won't be seen from the street. If you want me to get rid of the chain, actually the thing will work without the chain. This gutter right here, I went to Lowe's and got a piece of gutter and a downspout, and I've got that. So if you don't like the looks of the chain, if the architectural committee doesn't look like they like the chain, I'll get rid of the chain. I don't have that much money into it. And the same over here. If you don't like the chain, I'll get rid of it. But I need a solution, or maybe the architectural committee can come up with a solution for getting the water away from that corner when it comes out of that roofing downspout. And a lot of water comes out there. When it rains hard, there's a lot of roof up there that contributes water to that spot. And the same here. I got to get that water away from the house and onto the street. And again, the house is 3 inches lower than it was supposed to be. And the only way I can get that water through the street to the street is with this plumbing system I've come up with. Now if you shoot this down or you disapprove it and you don't allow it, I want you to understand how much work I went through casting the cement, putting cement inside the buckets, planning it all out, and the investment in PVC, and especially the investment in time. There's a lot of time in this. If you improve it, I'll bury this pipe right here. It'll end up down by that bush on my land, and it'll be near the street. But we will get the water away from the foundation of this house. This house has been compromised. It was compromised when it was built, when the builder and the inspector deviated from the finished floor elevation by nearly 3 inches. It made a huge impact in the draining gradient around this house. What I'm going to talk about today is how I'm going to take care of this roof. I'll move the camera. I spent the better part of a day the other day mounting that board and those hangers because I forgot about that roof. I was so concerned with this gutter system right here, and the one I just showed you, the small one. I was concerned with the small gutter that I forgot about that roof up there. So during our Christmas rain, when we had those 3 days of rain, the system worked great. Except that I had water coming off that roof and I had forgotten about it. I forgot about it. So I made up a gutter. This is a gutter I fabricated. It took me about 2 hours. More than 2 hours to fabricate it. Plus I'm going to take it up there now and hang it. And that's what it's going to look like. It hasn't been painted because for me to paint this, I'm going to put primer on it. This paint on these gutters doesn't hold paint very well. The outside latex paint that we paint the houses with, it doesn't go onto this very well. So what I have to do is put primer, and I'm going to put about 3 coats of green paint to match the trim. Now I'm going to take it up there. I'm going to hang it so that you can see what it looks like. This white piece right here, I won't be able to get it installed until I take this off like that. Once I get it up and installed, I'll be able to put that white piece on. But the thing of it is I'm directing the water from this high roof to the lower roof location so that it can run into the small gutter and into the buckets. So I'll go up and hang it now. You can see what it takes to get it up there. Okay, that's what it's going to look like, except it's going to be painted green like the trim. I have green latex paint to paint it green, but I don't want to paint it until it's approved. But that's how it's going to look. That little white elbow you see at the bottom, let me zoom in on it. That little white elbow transitions the water and puts it right above the drain. So all the water is going to come from that top roof and join with the water that's coming off the other roofs, and it's going to come down this downspout. Now I had a drip chain, a drip chain, a rain chain, a gutter chain, a real Scotsman chain. I made it out of sink strainers and chain, and you've seen video of that, so I won't go over that again. Now here's a component of the system. This is just a plastic terracotta planter, and I have it stacked on 2 round circles of cement and then another circle of cement on top of that with PVC plumbing in it, and I'll go around and show you that. I have a chain. There's a hole. There's the hole that's plumbed to this elbow. It goes from that elbow to a T, and then the bucket. And the reason I elevated this, the reason I made three layers of cement and got it up in the air instead of sitting it on the ground, was for head pressure. Right now, that hole right there, if this bucket fills up, that hole's probably almost a foot off the ground. That means that extra foot of height is going to push the water to the street.